One of the things I've wanted is a camera where I can take photos and video and then they immediately go up to the cloud and I can deal with them later. I shot that last night. It was long-winded. I shot on the A6400 connected to the Magewell through USB and all that complexity. And then this morning I figured I'll just shoot it on the iPhone 6. So let's cut now to the iPhone 6. Hi, I'm speaking to you through my sister's old iPhone 6, which I resuscitated into an extra camera, video camera, YouTube watcher, whatever I want to do with it. My phones have always been Androids, essentially. But I thought, with this iPhone, I have an iTunes account I never really use for anything. And, maybe I can use it as a second camera and whatever. What I always want in my cameras actually is a way to just take all my photos and put them on my Google Cloud, because that's basically the master of where I keep my files online. But anyway, most cameras don't have it, or maybe the new ones have it. Anyway, mine don't. But if there's one thing that cell phone cameras do well, it's basically synchronize their photos to the cloud. The problem with this iPhone 6, obviously, is under my sister's account. So I had to plug into iTunes and the PC. I had to wipe the phone. Then I had to put in my iTunes account. And that all went rather smoothly, I believe, though I've forgotten, because it was a few months ago and then I dropped the project. But then I picked the project up again because, well, I don't remember why. Anyway, I thought it'd be really expensive to replace the battery. My knowledge is really just a few years old. And then for whatever reason, I learned that it's come a long way. So some very smart Chinese companies, they came up with a great idea. They're like, well, wait, the battery, we have tons of these batteries, or we can get tons of these batteries, but it's hard to put them in. You really need a professional person, and you need a bunch of special tools. And then we'll just source these tools. We could probably buy these tools for $1 and just include it with the battery in a video and make it easy for somebody to do to replace their battery. So here's the kit that I bought, and I'll put the link in below. And it comes with and this is even a nice one, a nice little screwdriver with one bit for one type of screws and one bit for a different type of screws. The piece you need to just pry off the case after you use this suction cup to just pull up the back a little bit, and then tweezers and the sticky stuff, and then of course the battery that's in this phone. And the battery's been in the phone now for I guess a day or two now. And it's still at full bar. I mean, it's just amazing. That's the other thing. Batteries are now 40% greater capacity than they were when the iPhone 6 came out. So it's a great thing. So now with this phone, I'm taking this video, and as soon as I stop and go to photos, it'll upload it to iCloud, and they can download it. And iCloud will even put all the videos and images into a zip file, and I can put in the directory, and I can edit this together into this video. And I'm going to include a time lapse of my actual taking the battery out and putting in the new battery. So bottom line, if you have a friend or a family member that has an old iPhone hanging around and you're an Android user, I definitely suggest doing this, just making it a Wi-Fi only device that you can use as an extra camera and video recorder. And anyway, let me just show you so you can see. So here it is. You can see I've just put on a little tripod. And here's a light on my other. So normally I use this camera when I'm making OBS videos, and it goes through the Magewell into the camera. All right, I'm still going to use this stuff, but it's just great to have this knockaround camera. That's the other thing. I don't worry about something happening to it because it was free. So I don't put it in a big case. Now it's really small and everything like that. And $21. $21 to make a device that's worth a few $100s in functionality. I was going to the keyboard to stop the video, but I'm like, no, it's right here. Okay, well, I'm sure I'm just going to time lapse through a bunch of this, but I'm just recording the whole video on my webcam. All right, so the reason I don't want to get rid of these, ever want to get rid of photography equipment is this tripod I have. It's this little tripod, and it's always so useful. It's very sturdy. It's Manfrotto. It's all steel. Anyway, I could quickly mount my webcam here so I could do this time lapse. Here I have the my phone. So I did this QR code, and then it loaded up the video to use this kit to replace the battery in here with this. Actually, another battery in this thing. Where am I? Replace the battery in this thing with this. Here's my camera from before. I use a cheap $15 IKEA light for soft light. It works pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to put this back down here. Turn off the recording. And hopefully this will all go well. I put the new battery in. I can go to Photos, and it'll upload the thing through the Wi-Fi. Okay, well, away we go. Take out those screws at the bottom of the case. Again, the kit came with a specialized little the nub or whatever. And I'm watching the how-to video on my Android phone, which I wasn't working on the computer first. Anyway, so I used that little suction cup, pull up the case, got the case off. This is very easy. Didn't struggle with that at all. And I'm taking off the cover for the battery connector. They actually advised taking over the cables for the actual front of the case, but I didn't do that. I think I'll take my chances, and it all worked out. Now I'm just testing the battery. So they said, oh, put it in, just test the battery, make sure it works. Okay, it works. I got the power on, so I know the battery works. I didn't buy the wrong battery for the phone. So now it's time to take out the battery. So what they say is, use an air... well, here they're showing how to take off the cable for the top, which I didn't do. Again, I just took my chances that I wouldn't rip the cable on the top part of the screen that's connected to the case. So here I am trying to take off the basically there's like gummy stuff under the battery to keep it whatever. I'm trying to take it out with tweezers. I just can't do it. Try. So eventually I went to the bathroom and used the hairdryer and was able to pull it out that way. Anyway, I didn't want to show you all that. Anyway, that worked pretty well. Just use a hairdryer in the bottom and pulled it out. Now I'm putting in the new glue strip onto the bottom, put the new battery in, put the cable in, put the cover on. Again, this all went, pretty quickly. And struggling to get the battery out. I didn't rip the front of the case off, so that gamble paid off okay. Putting back the case. Now I'm putting back the screws. Then turn it on, and I'm all set. So there you have it.